Time to go. Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing out there? I know what you're thinking to yourself. Gypsy J, what are you up to? Well, man, can you feel it? Can you feel it in my voice? I was up to something super cool. I went on a celebrity cruise, and not just any celebrity cruise. It was the second annual Tampa Bay Buccaneer cruise, and it was awesome. I had a great time along with like hundreds of other Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans. It was fandemonium. Is that a word? It is now. Fandemonium. Well, on this day, or at least at this moment, because there was so much going on, we got to meet with Brian Ford, the COO of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hell of a dude, by the way. And the Hall of Famer, the Ring of Honor, man himself, Mr. Warren Sapp. Very funny. We sat down and it was kind of like story time a little bit with Warren, and I couldn't help but chuckle. I hope the chuckling doesn't bother you too much, or the up and down camera work. You know, you got to do what you got to do when you're sitting there for quite some time. But anyway, here's Mr. Brian Ford and Mr. Warren Sapp and a conversation with a group of Buccaneer fans. I hope you enjoy it.
Drafted and to come to Tampa and to build a dynasty in a stadium, brand new stadium. Here it is.
I love how he sells it. He sells it, man. All right, we gonna go back to the real.
That's like a dream in the state that you grew up with, teammates and coming in and doing it.
You know, they say the good Lord divines this, but He never shows you the story before it happens. All right, let me take y'all back to 1995. No, I'm gonna take y'all back to 1991. The finest class under the sun. No one outshines 91. Me and Derek Brooks, a class of 91, graduating high school. We meet each other at the Florida-Georgia game. I'm a 225-pound tight end. He's the U.S. Today's Defensive Player of the Year, outside linebacker. So now the tight end gets to go against the outside linebacker. I'm dreaming. I want to know who the USA Today Defensive Player of the Year is. He's going to Florida State. I'm going to Miami. Let's do this. We're going to have a 4-year rivalry off the top. And it starts in Orlando, my hometown, when he gets there from Pensacola. None of the fact that I know, Derek Brooks is the valedictorian of his high school. So he has to give the speech. He can't come early like the rest of us dummies. So we all out there practicing already, you know what I'm saying? We done graduated practice. He got to get a speech. He gives a speech, he comes back, and the linebackers are Fee Bartley, Jason Bartley, or a couple other guys. No Derek Brooks, trust me. And I'm eating their lunch. I mean, come on. I was a sweet tight end, trust me. That's Dennis Erickson or Gino Torella. He'll tell you I had the sweetest hands on the 91 championship team at Miami. So me and Brooks come. So all of a sudden, I can say it like I always said, this thing was running. Y'all know how Brooks run with that old I said, it's gotta be him. It's gotta be him. This is classic. He's coming with that run. He comes up and Bartley's in front. I'm like, move out the way. We got the defensive player of the year, son. Move out the way. I didn't eat you up for the last 3 days. You don't want to know what it is. They look at Brooks and say, you ready? He's like, yeah. I'm like, perfect. It's right in front of me. I get out of my stance. I go and I got a crossing run, so I get in the stick move. Stuck him. He was over there. I came across. Alan Hall threw me that ball. I got ready to turn up the field, and the fastest blur I've ever seen in my life came by me. I said, whoa. I dropped the ball and said, shit, that would have hurt. I didn't know he was there. I looked back at him and I said, yo, man, did I leave you on the other side of the field? Yep, but I'm coming. I looked at this man and I said, holy smokes. I had never seen anything like that before in my life. And then his roommate at Florida State, best friend in high school, was my roommate at Miami. So we locked in from day one. Wow. Right one, I slept in Derek Brooks' bed. Ryan Collins went to his brother's house at FAMU. Brooks was like, you can have my bed because I got to go with the team, because he was playing his rookie year. So I'm sleeping there with Devin Bush, the safety from the Rams that won the championship, played in the 99 game. I'm telling you, we tied so tight. It's ridiculous. He's the best man at my wedding. So that's how close we are. That's my man. So 99 and 5-5 always went well together. So,
And then what was it like to get drafted?
Oh, no, we get drafted. It's a nightmare for me. Y'all already know my story. So I'm looking up, they draft Brooks with the 28 pick. So I'm like, okay, I got somebody I can work with. We get there. We were Sam White's year one. Y'all remember 5-2, right?
Yep.
The first 7 games of my rookie year, we went 5-2.
Beat the Vikings.
The last 9, we go 2-7. So we're 7-9 at the end of the year. First time in 12 years we haven't had double-digit loss seasons. When I walked in, we had 10 straight years of double-digit loss seasons.
Yeah.
So me and Brooks, we broke that one. So I looked at him and I said, yo, man, how many games you lost at Florida State the last 4 years? I think he said 6. I said, I've lost 5. I said, we just lost 7 of the last 9. We gotta do something about this. I can't hang out in a town where I'm not with. I just can't. I mean, I'm not a home hermit. I'm not a homebody. None of this. We're gonna turn this place into a winner right now. If you and me and Lynch have gotta be the linchpins to it, and we're gonna drag the old man Hardy with us as long as he wanna go with us. But right now, me, you, and Lynch gotta be the middle of this defense, and we're going. Are you with me? Oh yeah, I'm with you. That's it. And then Tony Dungy shows up.
Yeah.
And he taught us how to play defense because we really didn't know it.
So talking about
Compare
that,
Hardy and
Tampa
Can you
too.
compare Hardy and Derek?
One has a gold jacket and one is the name complainant on the Reggie White case. One gave us free agency and the other one is one that we will be looked at over the next 20 years and trying to find somebody like him.
Wow.
Yeah. Hardy was a good guy. Hardy was in that class that turned the NFL into what we know now. That allowed us to be able to have the rights that we have and get the money that we have and be able to exercise your free agency and not be a hostage. The shirts in the NFL used to say property of the New York Giants. Property of. And we used to wear them proudly, so yeah, property of.
He broke it. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's just they fought for the players. Because I remember Hardy being my roommate my rookie year and telling me a story when he went in front of Mr. Rooney when there was only 28 NFL teams and the average starting linebacker was making $300,000. So Hardy was saying, man, there's no way I can write $300,000 on this paper. So he put $250, slid it over to Mr. Rooney. Mr. Rooney put $150 and slid it back. That was the negotiations back in the day. So that's what they brought to us. They brought us a power and a negotiating tool, and now he has to take that back to the bosses. All right, next question.
Take us through the Detroit game.
Which one?
Sombrero, the last one.
Ooh.
Kind of let us.
Okay.
You shared that story with me and.
No. I got to share the backstory to it
Share the
because
backstory.
facing Barry Sanders, who is the most devastating running back to ever happen.
One of
You
the greatest.
can talk to Emmitt Smith,
One of the
Walter Payton, Sweetness, Earl Campbell, whoever you want. I don't want to see Barry Sanders on a Sunday afternoon. So he comes to Tampa in '97 on our grass in the old sombrero to gut us for 217 yards. He goes for an 80-yard touchdown and an 82-yard touchdown. And my great defensive coordinator, Monty Kiffin, comes into the room on Monday and say, if he take away them 2 runs, he's got a 1.7-yard average. I said, Coach, that's 162 yards and 2 carries. That's tough to take away. He only had 217. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, we got to make a stand. So he came through the whole Shuck John Lynch, made John look like he was on skates. Hey, y'all remember this? I mean, we had to teach ourselves how to squeeze the hole. So the next time we saw Barry Sanders, which was in Detroit, he had just got 2,000 yards the week before we got there. He had 2 games left with 2,000 yards. And me, Brooks, and Lynch looked at each other. I said, he ain't getting 50. It was like, Sapp, I was like, I know, we on the AstroTurf and the whole 9 yards. He ain't getting 50. I think he had 10 for 20. Yeah, we shut him down that game. He had 10 for 20, and then the last game, I think he had 32 to end with 2,053 or whatever it was. Now we got him in the playoffs. The last game in Raymond James Stadium. He come
The sombrero, last game before we went in.
before the old sombrero, Tampa Stadium, the one with the high school seats, right?
Yeah.
I was like, boy, how my mama sit up there and watch this game without nothing to lean back on all these years? Yeah, right? Hey, we got a much better house now. Thank God. So we walk in the house and this is our last one, and I look at Lynch, I say, you ready? He said, what? You know, because Lynch was still thinking about the time he shook him in the stadium and made him slide in front of everybody. And we learned how to, you know, give him a nice little lane. Man, we whacked this man all over over Tampa Stadium, old Houlihan, the sombrero. I think it was 20 for 38. Yeah, I got him for a -7. Lynch banged him. He said it was the hardest hit he had ever had in the NFL. I mean, Lynch caught him. I mean, right in the hole. Boom. I looked back and said, oh, he got it. We were having fun with that one because, I mean, you don't get Barry Sanders. You just don't. You just don't. I don't have a hit on him. I got him for a -6, but I grabbed him and drug him down. I get on you like a big wool coat and just lay on you. You know, you can't drag me very far. And if you do, my friends are coming to try to kill you. So enjoy yourself. So yeah, and then we're waving the flag, whole 9 yards, sticking it in the ground. The greatest field, turf, Bermuda 419 that ever existed. We used to look across the field and you couldn't see the guy except the top of his numbers. You couldn't see the bottom of it. We had a 5-degree crown on the field. Beautiful. Nothing wrong with Raymond James Stadium except it was hard as hell when we first started playing.
So then
A lot of concussions.
then 98 comes, move into the new stadium, new uniforms,
Yeah.
and it starts.
We had the new uniforms then.
97, we're moving
In
in.
Sombrero, we had the new uniforms.
You come in, you got this new stadium, pirate ship firing the cannon. Okay?
That
Tradition start.
never got me excited.
Never got you excited.
What got me excited was going to that north end zone and I meet y'all up there at that north end zone. There was no cannons firing, was no music playing. It was just us saying, we here, we about to have a good time. And I mean, that's what got me going every time. That's why I used to shoot a straight line right through everybody's stretch. I'm like, I'm going to my people. It had nothing to do with them. I was going to my people in the north end zone because there wasn't nothing like that place.
Warren, your wallet.
Drop your wallet.
It'll be all right. Y'all ain't gonna steal from me.
Take us through a couple of the games at Raymond James against the Patriots. Or not the Patriots, the Packers.
Yeah. Oh, the pack.
Come on, tell me about that one. I want to know.
Which one? That one. Which one?
Yeah.
It was a game that you shared with me with Brett when you sacked him.
Yeah.
The coach. You were the coach. You were the
Put a
coach.
jersey on.
Put a jersey on.
That was just one of those nights, man. We were playing the game and I don't know what went wrong.
What was he saying?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it wasn't kind.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing that really shocks me is when I go back and look at it and people send it to me is the words of Joe Buck. Warren is pushing someone. I'm like, I got tape on my head. I'm not pushing anybody.
There's somebody in front of you, right?
I got Zach Bono in front of me, and he's scared to death because he's looking at my eyes. And my eyes are wide open. When I get wide eyes, they all get scared at the job. I'm like, it's just the way I act, man. There's nothing that's gonna happen unless it's third and a lot. You know, no, we was having fun with Mike that night. He didn't like to hit on Clifton, but.
He didn't like it.
That's football.
Everybody in here, we all will learn. You put your head on the swivel, right?
Yeah.
I thought so. I thought so.
Yeah.
They changed it. They got a couple rules against me. You can't dance through nobody's stretch. Can't peel back and something else, but I don't know what it is.
I think you can still make that hit on turnovers, though. Can't
No.
you? No.
No.
Oh, okay.
You can't even do it if you do a double reverse.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, if he's not looking, you can't touch him.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
I did not know that.
No, that's the one shot. You
I
can't.
got you.
All right, we got
Hey, speaking of that,
And you can't pick him up and slam him anymore. You tackle him. That's the third one.
yeah, speaking of that, because I think now the NFL is like mad soft.
You know what they've realized is that you got to be able to have a quarterback to have a chance. And we used to assault the quarterback. I mean, flat foot assault.
Ain't that
Can't assault the quarterback. The quarterback ain't got nobody to throw it to. There's no points going on the board. There's no pretty ladies in here looking for nobody, right? And you definitely not going to there's no pretty ladies there, right?
It depends if those in
Except again, we got a lot more skill going. A lot more skill going. A lot less knowledge, but a lot more skills. Can you run and jump and, you know, make spectacular 50 ball catches, 50 balls.
But there's so many rules.
It's
because you're
too
in the
many-
end
yeah,
zone,
that's what it is.
There's
It's
no
the rule
taunting.
change.
You can't do this. You can't do that. That's the fun of the game.
They're gonna get back to the dance. They are.
like
Because you know, you gotta remember we went through COVID where the stadium was empty.
Yeah.
And they would run up to that's why they still run as a defense to the end zone like that, because that was the new thing, you know?
Yeah.
And you know how kids are, you get them a habit and they never stop.
Tell me the stories about the Eagles. That was our nemesis. And then we closed the vet.
I can't say a nemesis because a nemesis is something that wins, right? They didn't win nothing when we were going
They
to
didn't
that.
win anything, but
They didn't win anything.
They knocked us out.
They didn't win before we won, did we? No.
Nope.
No.
Talk about that game when we closed the vet.
Y'all have to understand. Y'all have to understand. Philadelphia traded back from 7 to 12 with Tampa to give us me and Brooks. My first game in the National Football League was in the vet, and they call it the for who for what game when Ricky Waters
Share those M&Ms.
Gatorade one and said, "Get knocked out for who? For what?" And that was his career ender in Philly. So I have a unique fondness for Philly, and all those times I used to go up and watch Allen Iverson play because I was a 76er fan. Because Darryl Dawkins had left Orlando and went up there in '76. So we didn't have the Orlando Magic then. So I've been a Sixers fan, so I've had an affinity with Philadelphia. But then when that happened with the Eagles, and then they wouldn't honor Jerome Brown and put his number up anywhere in the whole building, and I went around the whole stadium looking for it. It wasn't there, and that left a sour taste in my mouth. So it was nothing like beating the hell out of the Eagles. I mean, I think I got a body cam video of me walking out when we beat them in the playoffs last year. I ran their ass out of Raymond James Stadium. I promise you I did. All those times when they had my mom and the security she had, they'd drop a glove, they'd steal your glove and throw an Eagle glove down on the ground. I'm telling you, they're the worst. Worse. Whenever you see the Eagle fans, you give it to them for me.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't nothing like beating the
Worst
Eagle
fans
fans.
anywhere.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I ran them out of Raymond James. I promise you I did. Ooh. No, I was going down the steps, the circle. I walked them all the way down. I walked them down.
There we go.
I had a blast that night. Oh, I had a blast. And then I think Pittsburgh had lost 2. I was like, the whole state of Pennsylvania is sick right now.
So then there we are, Super Bowl 37. Not the week in between, no bye week, goes right
The last team that had to do this. And then come back the next year as the defending champs and go on the road back.
Yeah, that was a load.
Open the link.
And shut it up. And shut it
Yeah.
up. We stamped it with a 0 on their ass. I tell you, that's like these Philadelphia fans. So
It was a great feeling.
we got to San Diego, and y'all gotta understand, John and the whole coaching staff stayed. John told me, "You got the team." I'm like, "What?
Wow.
I'm still drunk from last night." What are you talking about? We ran at 12:30. I'm still drunk from last night. Listen, if everybody ain't there at 9 o'clock on Tuesday, it's on you. Okay, we got one day off. I think I can handle this. We get on the plane, take off. I tell the lady, the stewardess, I said, "Let me get that microphone. I got to talk to the team." She said, "What?" I said, "The captain." She said, "Okay." So she turned around. I said, "Okay, this is your captain speaking." I don't know what to say this my whole life. On the microphone on the plane, I don't know what to say this my whole life. This is your captain speaking. They all look like, "What?" I said, "Listen, man, as y'all know, there's no coaches on this plane. So I'm gonna make this very simple. Every swinging D, I'm gonna say it for the lady. Every swinging D that's on this plane right now better be standing at that meeting on Tuesday at 9 o'clock a.m. or you know what happens." And one of the rookies said, "What happened?" And all of them looked at her like, "You don't want to find out now. You gonna wait till bed for the whole week." You got a master key. So that was always the threat. If you wasn't where you were supposed to be and I was in charge, I would wet your bed for the whole week. I'm talking about wet.
Man.
Oh, no, I'm talking about fully wetted and then I'm gonna flip it. Oh yeah, then turn the AC all the way down. While we at practice.
Let it soak.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gonna be that good, so you got no shot. You got no shot. You're gonna have to order a cot from the front and shit. That's ask for permission, then beg for forgiveness.
Right. That's right.
So I was in charge. If you had something you needed to do, you had to come see me. No doubt. But it was on me. John left it on me.
So then take us through. You're in there, you're getting ready. And Coach Gruden comes out and he starts playing quarterback
That's in the practice.
in the practice
On Thursday.
on Thursday.
On Thursday, he.
Tell us behind the scenes what went on that week. What was he saying? What was he prepping you for?
You know what? He was just being John. And the one thing about John, if the car goes 140, he wants to go 160. There's no stop. There's no limit to him. there's no stone he will leave unturned. He was gonna throw me the ball in the Super Bowl if Kenyatta didn't get that penalty and back us up from the 1. I'm standing on the side. You remember they showed me on the side? He's gonna throw me the ball in the Super Bowl. I'm like, dude, I don't want the ball. I'm gonna roll the legs and shut up. I'm telling you, he's a madman. But we were so in tune to what we were doing. How many times did we punt the ball? Twice? Maybe 3 times. They blocked one, and I think we punted one later, but we didn't punt the ball much. And we always were talking about our defense, but that playoffs, our offense was on fire. Now, we finished it off in the 2-minute drill with 2 more touchdowns and another sack called fumble, but just to pad it up, make it look real good for the boys. But listen, John drove us to a place that I don't think Tony could have took us. And I love Tony to death, and I'll tell Tony this to his face. John looked at me, Brooks, Lynch, and our group and said, "You're not a great defense." Yeah. I mean, it left a sour taste in my mouth. I said, "What?" He said, "A great defense wins championships. A great defense scores touchdowns. Give me 9 touchdowns."
9.
When Dwight scored that touchdown with 18 seconds on the clock, that was number 9.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
I remember walking up to John, they was calling out the MVP, and I had Smitty wrapped in my arms. I'm like, "It's the dog Smitty. He got 2 touchdowns." They were like, "It's Dexter Jackson." I'm like, "That's good enough too." Third row production, that works too. So then John walks up to us, I say, "Yo, that's the 9th touchdown. Give me my damn championship hat." I knew he had what? Y'all have to understand about Coach. Whenever we had a championship game, he had the hat already tucked in his back to pull out.
Wow.
He had that kind of confidence. He had it tucked. I said, "Give me my hat." And he looked around and he reached and grabbed it. I knew he had it. I mean, I know Ortega, I know him. I was in his office every morning. There was nothing that was going to stop us from bringing that Lombardi Trophy home. Once we went through Philly, I mean, I can take you back to October the 20th when we got on the bus and got beat 20-10 for the 5th time in a row? 5th time in a row by the Eagles. And John said, "I got it." I asked Brooks about this story. I wanted to grab it, choke his little blood. "You got what?" "We just got smacked again. We didn't score." Brooks and me scored the touchdown. We batted the ball and scooped it up for a touchdown on defense. Your offense ain't did squat around here, because he really loves his offense. So I told him, I said, "I'm going to bring you back here. I'm going to bring you back here. I'm going to make you show me."
You said that.
And boy, I still remember playing out of Joe Jerry Vicious. And the funny part is I talked to Brad about it 20 years later. "Brad, well, you got to tell me about the play." Brad was like, "I almost called it off." So now, you got your championship record, you see it like, "You almost did what?" He's like, "Listen, Sam, I came up to the line of scrimmage, and you know how John is in practice. He's screaming 1,000 things. 358, dicks, daggers, the banana, flip two, and hey, blitz, come, give me this." He's yelling, and all this is in his head. But he said he remember, getting in this play, and John telling him, "It's gonna look like it's not there, but it's there." He said he got up underneath center and he looked, and he was like, "It ain't there." He said he looked over his shoulder and said, Luke Gruden was on his shoulder. "Damn it, it's there." so Brad said he looked back at it again and said, "It ain't there." He said he got ready to go and called, went to the cadence, and he said, "Luke Gruden over there." And he said, "You effer, if you don't run this play, I'm gonna kill you." So Brad said, "I'm gonna run the play." So Brad said he calls it and pulls back and says, he got 2 steps back, look at it. He was like, "It's there. Throw it." And he's like, "I almost rushed it." I said, "You almost rushed a 71-yard pass completion that got us going in Philly?" He's like, "Yeah, you're bad. You're like bad when you can anticipate something and not see it and then you see it." I said, "Ooh, that's almost like me with a sack, but I try not to miss those." He said, "Did I miss?" I said, "No, you didn't miss, baby." It's just one of those crazy stories you hear after the fact, like, you almost called that off. He tells a vivid story, so if you ever were anywhere near him, tell him to tell you the players are vicious when you did one of these with him. Make him tell that story. Great story.
These are behind the scenes. Then share with me, what did it feel like when you got back to Tampa? The plane is flying over Raymond James Stadium.
And we do the flyby.
You do the flyby, and you see the stadium just packed. And I bet you there was a lot of people here in the audience that were there that night. Remember that night?
Yeah, y'all have to understand. Fat Boy rides in row 39, and everybody that's 4 rows forward, 3 rows back, close the windows for me. I don't fly easily. There's nothing but clouds and blue skies. That's coming off the water at the bottom, so that's a long way down to get there. So what I understand is there's nothing outside of me, but that night when we were coming home, the pilot was like, we're gonna do a flyby by Raymond James Stadium. We're like, a flyby? What, man? They gotta put this plane on the ground, but see, you know my rule. So they all go together, they say, tell him hold it tight, Sapp. I'm like, shut up. So he bends this thing, and I don't know what possessed all of us, but we're all on the side of the plane, and we're looking. And I looked and I said, the damn thing's full. I mean, all the way up to the top. I'm like, it's full. They was like, what? I'm like, that light is on, it's full. There's a party going on at Raymond James, and we're invited y'all. What a feeling. I mean, I get chill bumps talking about it right now, and it's been 21 years, so there was nothing like coming back home after the wins, the losses, and y'all were there in the parking lot. That always felt good. I don't think any of us ever said thank you, but that always felt good, especially that lady and a couple people that was there when it was real bad. I mean, I'm some 34 degrees coming back from Detroit and Minnesota late at night, and that lady and 4 or 5 people was there. One buck,
Meeting the buses.
Oh, meeting the buses. Again! Shit. I mean, hey,
When I lose,
and that's why we love y'all. That's why I tell them, boy, my bus is in Tampa, but I mean, my bus is in Ohio, but my heart lays in Raymond James Stadium. No doubt about it.
So then we win it, you have the parade.
Listen,
Fly over, then the parade.
one of these dudes say he got a picture. He the dude that gave me my 2 corn dogs in there. They ain't gonna take it.
and I've got a picture of you getting off with a cigar in your mouth.
Everything. The whole 9 yards. I mean, those are the greatest memories I have. It really is. It really is. The championship run all the way up the road. I remember looking up into that parking garage right there on Florida. And people were in between the cracks. I mean, the rain was just flowing out of
The support in Tampa that you give us is unparalleled. It's
Unparalleled. You know what?
And then the night where your name went up to the rafters. The Ring of Honor.
11-11.
You know,
That's one of my favorite numbers.
Monday night.
One of my favorite numbers. 11-11.
And
It's the mothers.
Yeah.
They the mothers. They ain't won nothing since you've been alive.
And I got to, really get to know your whole family. Your kids, mom was here, and that was just special to put 99 up in the rafters, and we added the Hall of Fame logo next to your name up in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, woo!
Listen, man. As a kid that was brought up on a dirt road with no cable television, no air conditioning in the middle of Florida, it's beyond my wildest dreams.
You'll be there forever, up there. And,
2 stadiums.
yeah.
I'm in First Stadium 2 for the
Now
University of Miami.
we got a few more minutes before we open it up for a couple.
No, my whole thing was, I never did it for the bus in Ohio, the trophy, this ring, any of that. I did it to retire my mother.
That's right. And she's with us here on the cruise. So they're cruising together. The first time ever. How about that?
Her and him are the only 2 reasons I would ever get on a cruise. And y'all, I'm like, you know what? Let's go have a good time. I've never been on a cruise. You can't lock me in, and then they tell me once you get on, you can't get off. I was talking to my girl, I'm like, what if I just took all my luggage right there and just left and just went back up? What they gonna do? Come hunt me down? Then I thought about it after that security. I'm like, I might not want to do it.
All right, before we open it up for questions, you have a new opportunity now. And you're going to give back and coach.
Let's hear it.
All right.
Let's
I
hear it.
thought gold and black looked good on me always, so. No, I just got very, very fortunate that a friend of mine asked me to explore something that I never thought I would want. I never thought I would want to spend that amount of time with, little hard-headed, spoiled brats, but I want a lot of this right now, because they infected me when I went out there just to visit, just to visit and say hello to a friend of mine, I had already started to get my college thing together, because my kids both had masters, and I was the only one in the house that didn't have one, and I said, I don't feel too good about this, because I can still whoop them in Jeopardy, but I ain't got the So now I can put the degree on the wall and whoop them in Jeopardy. So I told you your old man was smarter than you. You can't whoop me. So, you know, once he gave me an opportunity to do it, and I went through everything that I had to get into. The kids, to be sitting in a hot tub with 5 other, 270-pound young men, and they're just chomping at the bit for every piece of information you got. And it's just not about the football, it's about what I do with my girl and the classes and the different things that's going on. Hold on. The classes, we got all the resources you can possibly have. I mean, when I was in school, we had just got to the internet. It had just showed up. Y'all masters at this thing now. We got more power in this phone than went to the moon. You can't win. Don't play with this. I mean, and I'm sure they have all the tutors and everything. Utilize everything they have, because when you come on this side, I'm gonna take everything you got out of this. You can leave all that over there. When you come over here, we got work to do, son. We talking about retired mama. And mine ain't worked since 95. I know something about this. So let's go with it. Let's go. So he just gave me an opportunity to really go, and the kids just infected me. And y'all ever seen mountains?
But you didn't tell us.
A lot of you guys don't know
Seen
the
mountains like
impact.
that?
Office in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, right? I mean, you come over this hump and it's like a postcard.
Yeah.
I mean, Florida, boy, I was like, they're majestic, those mountains. I wake up every morning with a whole new inspiration just to go with the kids again. Let's go. Let's wipe the slate clean.
A lot of you guys don't realize the impact that he has, and he wants to have, and he makes for kids. Walking through Special Olympics. We have our.
I got 6 kids myself, so I'm a dad first. Just know that.
Yes.
I'm a dad first.
Just making an impact.
And the kids are our future. And if we don't teach them, there ain't nobody that will. You know what I'm saying? Because the internet, the first thing the internet, I tell the kids all the time, Google where you ask questions. Warren is where you get some answers. I guarantee you, I've been through some things. Wikipedia the internet starts you off with Wikipedia. The last time I checked on any college campus, that's not valid, right?
They don't teach that
Ask
shit.
Warren, nope. They just let you go. And you gotta be able to be guided where you need to go. And sometimes you gotta dig in a little deeper than the first 3 sources. That's what I try to get over to the kids. Dig a little deeper. I used to have to read the Encyclopedia Britannica to find 5 things to get the one thing I was looking for. You remember what I was saying? I'm looking at that. Big red, thick books. Boy, I begged my mama to buy me. Boy, I read the hell out of them. Yes, I did. That's the only way we was gonna get knowledge. It wasn't no phone.
But these kids are lazy now because of the internet. Lazy because
We said it was gonna make us a lot smarter. I think it went the other way.
It did.
We got a couple minutes for a couple questions.
I ain't going nowhere.
Yes.
Just to let you know, you may have this already, but the Bucs actually made videos from the championship and the Super Bowl, from the buses and the planes and the practices. If you ever want a copy, Brian, you don't have to answer, but Brian could get a hold of me and I could send him one if you want to
21
read it.
years later, this is the first time I've ever heard this.
Videos from the locker room at
Hold on. Just for a little, S and giggles. What I asked you yesterday, I said, who's the guy who was taking the pictures when we was out in the patio? What picture? I said, we don't have a photographer here? Oh,
He's here, in fact.
just know, they're real good with
Well, in 1999, you made the Defensive Player of the Year, right?
the year to Sapp. Yes, sir.
Right, we went to
St. Louis.
and he won Player or Defensive Player of the Year the Super Bowl years.
Yes.
Super,
Yes.
2 of them.
Yes.
Best defense ever.
Yeah.
Not bad. We just like to be in the conversation, Daddy.
Yes, ma'am.
Warren, tell us a little bit about you and Brett Favre.
Yeah.
That was my question.
It's just 2 country boys that just love to play this game. It was nothing personal. It was nothing, malice or ill intent.
In an interview he did, though, he said you scared the shit out of him.
Some bitch ain't getting off the train on my But the one thing I did do, and I didn't realize it until I got to the NFL Network and started working with Steve Mariucci. You remember Brett used to be underneath center, and then they went to the shotgun.
Yeah.
The West Coast offense was never in the shotgun until they met me. So they made them all go in the shotgun because, Mooch had just left in '96 to go coach San Francisco when I did the Niner Nightmare on him on August 31st, '97. When we got them that day. That was Mooch's first game. He was with Green Bay before that. So he calls Favre in the preseason. He's like, what are you doing in the shotgun? He's like, that damn Sapp. We can't get back, so we can't play just shotgun against him. We got to turn it into a shotgun
He
offense.
also said you used to say things about his mama, and that's what pissed
He
him
lied.
off.
I don't know his mama. And Florida boys don't play mama jokes. You say something about my mama, you got a real serious animal. I guarantee you this. I got plenty of shit to talk to you about other than your mama, but I don't know your mama. And you don't know mine, so let's leave mama out of this. I guarantee you that is not something I say. He lied if he said that.
All right, we got one
What's
more.
a couple things you'd say after you laid him out? Just give us one of the things you'd say after you put Brett Favre on. Just tell me.
I thought you said I couldn't catch you.
Yeah, there you go.
The best one is the one in the thing when I hit him, and if you look at his press conference, I hit him right across the nose. I don't know how I did it. He jumped up. Oh my God! No, he was going look. I'm thinking in my mind, I barely got the sack. What is he crying about? You almost broke my freaking nose! And I looked at him, I said, huh? You almost broke. And I said, ooh. I'm telling you, it was never anything bad. Trust me, we had good times.
Last question there.
Hold on, we got a lady up front right here. After her, we gonna get both.
All I want to say is, I was 19 when
How old was I?
came with.
You know this. Oh no, I already know what the story is. I didn't realize who she was until. You gonna tell us in front of this room full of people?
Tell the story! Tell the story!
Please tell it. You got to. We got to. We're curious minds. You got to tell it.
Rookie year was my rookie year as a swashbuckler.
So that's the class of 95, y'all. There we go. There it is.
I wasn't 19, but I'm celebrating my 60th. But we go way back.
Happy birthday, sugar.
And why I love being here is because I went to Florida State undergrad. Derek and all the guys, I went to graduate school at the University of Miami. I was an athletic trainer under Jimmy Johnson.
Nice.
And when you became a Buccaneer, and you and I and Mark Powell used to party, and that's where I got my first Mercedes. And I'm so proud of you.
I bet you stories.
So proud of you.
No, but we good. We good. We had fun. We've been running a long time. Let's keep running.
Number 1 in your heart, number 99 in your program.
And then
Big round of applause for the
As you can see, it was a great time. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Mr. Brian Ford and Mr. Warren Sapp, Hall of Fame, Ring of Honor. I thought he was very entertaining, and I had a really good time, and I hope you did as well. And I hope you come back for more videos as I do a walk around Key West, and then later on I'll walk around Nassau in the Bahamas there. It's going to be awesome. Not to mention, I've still got lots of video coming up on the ship itself. It was a great time, and I hope you're coming back and check out some more. My friends, life is an adventure. Get out there and have that adventure, and please like, share, and subscribe. And I will talk to you very soon. Ta-ta for now.